So this is my Granny Annie's apple tart recipe. It's just pure childhood memories for me, and this is how you make it. So we're gonna get straight into this bowl. We have 225 grams of plain flour in here. We're gonna go straight into this with our caster sugar. So we have 25 grams of caster sugar in, and then we have next is just 1 egg straight in here to this too. And then we go in then with the cold cubes of butter to this. So this is basically the method of rubbing the butter into the flour and sugar. Get this all together, and you're looking to kind of resemble kind of fine breadcrumbs too. And they always say that this is probably the most relaxing job of all time. Now you'll notice with the heat of your hands, the breadcrumbs will start to form. And if you need it, then you can go in with a little bit of water. So this needs a little bit of water because it's a tiny little bit dry. 1 to 2 tablespoons. And you can see then your dough just starts to form nicely. All we got to do with that now is we're going to wrap it in some parchment paper, and we're going to place that into the fridge for 30 minutes to chill until you're ready to roll out your pastry and bake your apple tart. So we've just got our pastry out of the fridge, and then it's just about rolling this out now. So you cut this in half, so go straight down the middle, and keep one for top and one for bottom. And then we just dust the surface with some flour, and then we're gonna roll this out. And then you're gonna keep moving the pastry every time you roll so that it doesn't stick to the surface. Let's roll it out, and I'm gonna check my plate now. Yeah, so it's perfect. So that's gonna fit in nicely. So all you do then is you get your rolling pin, you roll the pastry over it very gently, like that. Then you line up your plate, and what you do then is you place it over top really gently like that. And then you just press this then in and around with your hands so that it kind of falls into the shape of the plate. And then I like the knife because my grandmother used to do it this way. So I like using the knife for this part. So you work your way around like so. The remaining pastry, she used to always keep this for decorations then. Key is with a tart is you don't want the soggy bottom. The best thing to do is to get a fork and pierce the bottom. And what that does is that releases any little bit of steam, but also it allows the tart to go lovely and crispy. So next is the cooking apples. So in a bowl, we're gonna go with 2 to 3 nice sized cooking apples here. So we're just going to peel these firstly. So look, you just go down the middle, cut them into quarters, and you're going to remove the cores firstly anyway. And you're trying to keep everything kind of uniform shape at this point, so it's just about like uniform thickness so that you have a lovely kind of even bake. So everything into the bowl. And my grandmother never washed the bowl, so I'm sticking to what she did. Cool, so everything's into the bowl. So next then is the caster sugar. So that's just about 100 grams in there to sweeten that up. And then, I mean, that was just traditional, but I love this, is vanilla pod. So we're gonna go split down the middle, remove the seeds with your knife, and then those little seeds are like so good in here. And then you just get in and mix this. So it's just about toss it around. And then you just come along then to your tart, which you've just lined. And then you just layer these apples then on top. So this is just the top then of the tart to finish. So again, pastry, the other half of it. And then just roll this out. So rolling pin. And like I said, keep moving the pastry around. It's key to kind of things like this is that you want this to not stick to the surface, so life is that little bit easier for you. And then we just roll this across. Bring in that apple tart, and then just roll this again, so straight across your apple tart like so. So get yourself a fork and dip it in some water. And I don't know if you can get any more traditional than that. Tidy up again. And then it's important that you allow steam out. So in the middle, you cut yourself, kind of like chimney, I always say. And this is to allow any steam out that comes out of those apples. And then a little bit of egg wash, which I like. Give it a little beat with a fork. And then you're just going to brush on that little bit of egg wash on here, which helps colour in the oven. This is optional, this is not what was traditionally done, but I love the colour that the egg wash gives. This goes into the oven. This takes about 25 minutes at 180 degrees, and when we take it out, then we'll finish it with a dusting of sugar, and you have the most wonderful classic Irish apple tart. And there you go. That's your classic Granny's apple tart. When you get an apple tart fresh, you just can't beat it. You can't have apple tart without either custard or cream. I don't think that there's a better thing to life than apple tart and cream. All you gotta do then is find yourself a little corner and tuck into that and enjoy. And that's your classic Granny's apple tart. To the Grannies of Ireland, you're geniuses.